Welcome back, viewers, to the morning show on Tobago Updates. And we are going to head straight on into conversations with our guests. As I said, we're speaking with Mr. Colin Greaves, and he is the head of public relations, Digicel Trinidad and Tobago. And we're speaking, Digicel is ready for Carnival 2023. Good morning, Mr. Greaves.
Good morning.
And
Are you
welcome
hearing
to
me
our program
clearly?
this morning. Of course, we're talking about Carnival 2023, Tobago Carnival 2023. And we're speaking to your position as supplying communication, I suppose, for our Carnival events here in Tobago. So tell us, what is your position and your state of readiness and your approach to this event?
Well, good morning and thank you for having us. I mean, over the last couple months, we've been preparing for Tobago Carnival because we know how important it is to the people of Tobago, you know. So our team on the ground on the island has been working with all of the authorities. We're talking the police services, we're talking the logistics teams, the THA, and they have actually spent the last couple weeks planning for Tobago Carnival. So what does this look like from on the digital side? Well, we've done site optimizations. So we've looked at where all of the carnival activities are happening. And we know that at these activities, they're going to have lots of people. So we've boosted the signal to our cell sites in these various locations. In addition to that, we've also done some other route planning. So we've been on the route with the authorities, driving the entire parade route, looking at where we have wires and cords and our fiber cables run across the route, just to ensure that we're able to raise them as necessary, label them as necessary, and have support crews and technical crews on standby 24 hours a day, just to make sure that, let's say, a music truck might burst down one during the Juve celebrations, that in the quickest time possible, we can mobilize a team to get everything back up and running.
Yes, because it's very important, as you said, all the stakeholders who are involved in providing safety to the
Yep.
patrons of the carnival event. Of course, communication is very, very important, very vital, very essential. So, of course, boosting your signal at your cell signals is very, very important. And you spoke about labeling your wires. Tell me a little bit about why is it necessary to label your cable wires on the route?
So the thing is, as you know, the music trucks tend to be pretty high, right? We're talking probably 15 feet tall. And in some locations across the route, remember, there are multiple places where fiber optics and different lines would run from one TN Tech pole to another. So sometimes it runs across the street, other times it runs parallel to the streets. So we've seen it. It's a regular thing. In fact, what we call truck strikes or vehicle strikes, which include things like tall vehicles that might be packed with scrap iron or garbage trucks or the trucks that pick up your grass cuttings and stuff. Many times, those vehicles on a regular day are the number one cause for outages in internet connectivity because they tear and snag the lines. And as you know, fiber optics are very, very sensitive. So any sort of tugging or pulling on the line can affect the signal and damage the fiber optic cables. So of course now we're talking music trucks, we're talking tall carnival costumes, we're talking the likes of all sorts of promotional things happening, flag wavers and things like that. So it's very important that we label these wires so that one, for safety wise, people can see where they are. Because imagine these cables are black and in the nighttime it's going to be very difficult to see. So we label them so that the truck drivers and the custodians and the managers of the trucks can see, oh, there's a cable coming. Let's either attempt to raise it if we need to, or let's exercise extra caution when passing.
All right. And let's say, for instance, we're talking about risk assessment here and risk management. Let's say, for
Mhm.
instance, one of your cables break for some reason. Maybe it got hit by one of the passing vehicles, the trucks or whatever, pulls it down or whatever. What is your proposed or working repair time? Because I know sometimes when we have outages on a regular day, sometimes the periods extend. So, what is your plan put in place to have like an immediate recovery, or how long do you expect the recovery period to be, especially on a day like that day where you definitely need to be in constant communication, especially with all the agencies providing that safety, that measure of safety for our patrons?
Well, the thing is, on a regular day, our SLA on getting repairs done is the in customer's contract is about 48 hours, and most times, I would say more than 99% of the times, we deliver and get people reconnected within that SLA, which is our service level agreement time. Now, for Tobago Carnival, because we anticipate, and as you mentioned, the risk assessment was already done. We've put so many things in place. We have crews on standby, strategically positioned all around the parade route. In fact, we've been working very closely with the police services, the acting ACP and Gold Commander for this year's Tobago Carnival, Mr. Collis Hazel, as well as other members of the team have been working with us to make sure that, Digicel is a part of the operation center, that we are accessible to the route. We have our technicians on standby. So we definitely see that when something happens and we get that automatic notification from on our end, because once there's an outage, it triggers an automatic alarm within the system that we can immediately dispatch crews. And of course, the time of them getting there is dependent on the regular factors, the time of day, whether it's late in the night, where the crew is located compared to where the break occurs, what congestion there is on the route, meaning if there's a carnival ban, a juve ban, if it's in the mid of the parade route, of course, that's going to delay the repairs. But as much as possible, we've troubleshoot and we've thought about all of these various scenarios with the efforts and the intent on getting it repaired as quickly as possible.
So it sounds as if you've done sort of like a dry run or run through as to what can
Well,
possibly happen, and put things in place to ensure the connectivity remains 100% as much as possible where the route is concerned. Tell me a little bit about what you think about the route in terms of how is, for example, like your wires and stuff like that, your cables that you have hanging, are they very visible in all the routes? I know you label them, but in terms of the quantities along the routes, do you see high risks in areas of the route for your cables?
the team, sorry, the team would have actually driven the entire route. So yes, we're very much aware of where every single thing is, and in doing that, we would have noted the ones that were at highest risk. We thought that we would have put some mitigation factors in place to and some preventative measures. So in some instances, cables have been raised already. And in other instances, we've determined that it's fine, but of course we have certain areas that are flagged as and different varying levels of risk. But from that perspective, we are very much aware of where everything is. We have the teams on standby 24/7, as I mentioned, and we definitely would be monitoring it very closely to ensure minimal disruption as the festivities happen. Because I mean, along with keeping people better connected this carnival, we're also within the carnival itself. We have many activities and stuff that we will be at as well. So the team will be on the ground there, definitely fully immersed in the entire experience, monitoring everything as the festivities continue.
Right. And as the head of public relations, what is the part of the carnival or the part of the experience you're most looking forward to or most excited about in participating in terms of one of
Uh,
providing services and of course participating as an experiencing Tobago's culture and everything that goes along with a carnival?
okay, I hope you're still hearing me because my camera just went off for some reason.
We're hearing.
So, okay, great. I love Tobago. I always tell our Tobago team, Marina Crooks and Georgina Diaz and the team there, that every time I come and work from Tobago, I love it. At Digicel, we make sure that it's not a Trinidad company and a Tobagonian company. We're a Trinbagonian company. So many times, even our CEO, Abraham Smith, he would come to the island and work on just a regular day, and that's a thing that we have throughout the staff. Many managers come over there quite frequently. In terms of immersing ourselves in the experience, we definitely want to continue bringing the energy through our brand ambassadors. So I think Vibes with Voicey at Shore Park is one of the activities that we definitely look forward to. Because Voice is one of Digicel's brand ambassadors, and he's, of course, a representative of us. So having him there and seeing him um, do his thing and have everyone come a part of it is definitely something that we look forward to. Similarly, we would have partnerships with Jade Monkey, for instance. That is something that has been ongoing for a while. So I definitely look forward to when the team is on the ground there interacting with the staff and the partiers at Jade Monkey. That's definitely something that we look forward to as well.
Right, so it's not just on the day of the parade. You have like activities building up for the entire experience, and I'm really happy that you're able to participate in that and enjoy that. And you sound very passionate in terms of being here in Tobago and enjoying the serenity of Tobago and the beauty and the difference in cultures. As much as we are Trinidad and Tobago, there is a difference with how we celebrate and a difference in how we put parade and stuff like that, but it's still the same country. And isn't it amazing how the difference is
Mhm.
notable, but it's also the same?
Oh, I love it. I actually think that um, I always say Trinidad is not supposed to feel like Tobago, and Tobago is not supposed to feel like Trinidad. If they two felt the same way, then I think we'll be robbing ourselves of a fantastic experience of what we can deliver to people. The two places are so unique and distinct. Of course, Tobago being so beautiful on its on and so pristine and scenic. It's almost like you step back into a place that is still yet so untouched and uninterrupted by the noise and hustle and bustle of commercial life. However, in terms of the activities that have been developed, there's so much well thought out outdoor activities. I mean, from golfing to going on the beach to all of the water activities that everyone participates in. Of course, the food. We must celebrate the food as
Of
well. I mean,
course.
everybody. No, you cannot go to Tobago and not pick up, of course, the local sweets, your ball, your tulum, your sugar cake, and all these things. But of course, hit the beach, get a crab and dumpling, and the list goes on and on. So definitely, we are not just about the connectivity. We are not just about the carnival. We are definitely about the culture and being immersed into all elements of the island. From the time Digicel launched in Tobago many years ago, we would have definitely been immersed in all elements of Tobago culture, from the Heritage Festival as one of the main sponsors over the years, to golf tournaments, to parties and activities, to funding all of the special needs schools, all of the activities we do with our foundation, setting up shelters. I mean, the list goes on and on. And Tobago Carnival is now an extension of that, and it's an activity where we definitely look forward to. We're involved in more than 20 events over the next 2 weeks. So definitely, Digicel is very much immersed within the festivities. And it starts this Saturday for us. We have a next 99.1 bar crawl, and then we have Test Fest Tobago's Eat East Street Festival. We have after parties. We have our, of course, iconic pavement lime, and the list goes on and on, straight up until we hit the road with Jade Monkey, Zane, and Fog Angels, three of our ongoing partners in Tobago.
Right. It sounds as if you are really, really immersed in this season of carnival and also with your corporate responsibility in Trinidad and Tobago and in the Tobago space as well. It's really, really exciting, and I'm happy that you are able to participate and to have that experience. At the end of the day, we are all people and we all need each other. So we continue to work together as stakeholders in hosting events here on the island of Tobago. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our listeners and our viewers this morning as we talk about Digicel and their partnership with Carnival 2023, Tobago Carnival 2023?
Well, yeah. Well, firstly, thanks for just doing another fantastic run of the festival. We definitely Digicel definitely wants to continue supporting anything that's geared toward bringing people together. We definitely are gonna keep working to keep in Tobago better connected this carnival. And I mentioned the partnerships. I mentioned all of the work we've done to keep the Tobago people together and the network up and running. And of course, there's no time like now to party with us. There's no time like now to really come out and enjoy the Tobago Mass. And for those who may be looking for that extra data top up, of course, we're making sure and provide the best plans at the best value. So for people who are landing on the island and are looking just to get a quick plan, we have our 1 day plans. We have two options, one at $30 and $40, quite affordable. It gives you so much data, up to 40 gigabytes of LT data. And then for those who might be staying even longer, we have a fantastic 3 day plan or a 10 day plan. So, Digicel has got you covered for the duration of your stay in Tobago Carnival. We are putting things in place to make sure that the network could stay up and keep you connected. We're putting things in place to ensure that you enjoy the parties and the experience on the road. And we want you to share your experiences with us and your friends and family using, of course, the best LT network in the island.
That's Digicel there, putting on, of course, you know, the head of public relations, of course, putting in the plug there to let you know that services that Digicel offers and that they'll be here in full color for the events happening in Tobago for Tobago Carnival 2023. We've been speaking with Mr. Colin Greaves, Head of Public Relations, Digicel Tobago. Thank you so much for being with us on the show this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a quick break and we return with conversations with our guests. But before we go, we invite you, of course, to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.